He is a sitting Supreme Court justice, but some students and alumni in his home state of Georgia want Justice Clarence Thomas's name removed from a campus building at the Savannah College of Arts and Design. But what happened when Campus Reform went to the school to ask students why they wanted his name removed? Here with that is Campus Reform's media director, Cabot Phillips. Good morning to you, Cabot. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
So when you went to the school, what did you find out?
Well, over 2,000 people signed this petition to remove the name of Clarence Thomas because he was this hateful person that none of them agreed with. They couldn't stand by his values and principles. Student after student signed my petition saying that they wanted his name taken off the building. And have a look. What's your thought on the petition?
I honestly think he should be removed.
We should probably just take his name off the building. It's not that big of a deal.
I agree that it should get removed.
Is there anything that comes to mind that he's done that you would point to as something that you think disqualifies him?
I don't know. I haven't done much research on this.
He is a historical figure, though so is Hitler.
Is there anything that Justice Thomas has done that you would point to and say that's why we shouldn't have him?
I mean, not in particular.
So did you find out the real reason why the person who wanted this from the very beginning, the person who started this petition, wanted his name removed from the building?
Very few people had any details to offer on why they were so upset. It was incredibly interesting. Not only were these students ignorant on the history and the civics of our country and the life of Clarence Thomas, they were also ignorant about all the things Justice Thomas has done to get to where he is, overcoming extreme poverty, fighting through Jim Crow-era racism, and now becoming one of the most powerful members of our judiciary, just the second African-American to do that. You would think that many on the social justice left would be applauding him, holding him up as an icon, but sadly, so many people on the left are unable to embrace someone or even just recognize their accomplishments if they don't agree with them. It's like, we have to agree with everything you do, and if we don't, we're going to erase you from history. Right. And that's the growing narrative that we see.
Well, the one guy comparing him to Hitler, I mean, he's a Supreme Court justice, you know? This is
Absolutely.
what the author of this petition, Sage Lucero, an alumni, sent us this statement. It wasn't a petition against Justice Thomas. It was a petition in order to make women feel welcome on their campus. I'm not discounting the work Justice Thomas has done in any way. All I am saying is it makes young women feel unwelcome. Did you find that to be the case? Did young women feel unwelcome at the college?
I think this petition had very little to do with making women feel safe and more to do with making conservatives be absent from campus or making anyone that was deemed as being anti-left as being taken off of campus. And we've seen this growing trend at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, how there's an overwhelming pressure to go along with any sort of social justice initiative. And so many of these students, they didn't know if they were signing this petition because it was supposedly to help women or whatever it was. They just knew that there was a petition that was, forwarded, and they wanted to show everyone, I am also a social justice warrior and advocate. I'm going to go along with this because it's what you do. I'm a young person. I have to get involved with this left-leaning cause. And that pressure, I think, leads a lot of people to get involved in causes that they don't necessarily know a lot about.
Right, exactly. The Anita Hill situation happened back in the 90s, and maybe these individuals don't agree with his politics. Thank you so much for being with us. We are being told that the petition has been dropped, the case has been dropped, or the issue has been dropped, and his name will remain on that building, at least for now. Thank you, Cabot.
For now, absolutely.
Exactly. All right, the buzz.